Did you watch videos?
I was forced to watch videos.
I like that. I like the fact that I asked you, did you watch it? And you answered I was forced to watch it.
I was forced to watch it. I didn't want to watch it.
Big up the mums out there.
Forced to go on YouTube and type, birthing journey and show me from this angle.
Whatever.
But my wife wasn't convinced I was prepped enough because obviously she felt that I was, So we watched a birth and I was like, oh, so that's how it's going to happen.
Can't believe you're going to have another child, bro.
It's mad, like a dad of 2.
And that's how you wanted to tell me.
Bro, I can't believe you didn't clock.
Nah.
Bro, I made it so obvious. I even said, we went to try and then, it actually happened.
When you have all these cameras on you and you're recording, okay, certain things just take a little bit longer to process. And the way you did it, you were so smooth and so subtle.
I had to repeat it 3 times.
Yeah, you literally repeated it 3 times. But we thank God. Congratulations, brother.
Thank you very much, man.
Oh, my
pray
gosh.
for my pockets, though.
Oh, you got it, man. You got
Lord.
it. Let's get it. Hey, Dads in the Shed podcast 2. Dads and we're blessed, so we have to thank God. Parenthood's hard, so we listen and we talk. But Justin, tell him what's in the toolbox.
In the toolbox, Nick, we got a drill to drill down. The journey of us having kids now. Hear us talk about how we raise adults from minors, covering every angle like grinders.
Hey, Dads in the Shed podcast. I'm your co-host Nicholas K.
And I'm Justin B.
Yes, sir. 2 dads, a dad to be and a dad indeed. We are here giving you 2 different perspectives of how we plan to raise and have our children. But of course, as we do every time, big up all of the nurses, the doctors, the midwives,
the babysitters,
yes, the childminders, the teachers,
the mothers and mothers-in-laws. You guys are the real MVPs.
Stepdads, dads, everybody. Big up everyone.
Big up yourself, man.
Because the importance of raising the children is important.
Trust me.
Episode 2. Alright. How you feeling?
I'm good, Like, it's been a good week as a dad.
Yep.
I feel like Ezzy's developing very well. Like, her speech is just amazing. Like, she's actually communicating, and it's just like thinking back to when she was just born. Like, and in the beginning phase, they're a bit boring. I won't lie.
Wait. As in when they're born, they just
lie there and sleep.
They just lie and sleep,
and then they're on their mother's breast. That's all. Nothing you can do about that. As a dad, you're just a spectator.
Yeah.
But when they get a bit older, and then you're able to interact with them, and you actually see them like learning, and then just giving back all the things that you've learned in terms of words and instruction. It's a beautiful thing. Nice.
And that's pretty much what we're gonna get into in this episode. The next part of, I guess, my journey. So last episode, shout out to everybody that tuned in. We went a bit deeper into how we found out and the whole process of telling people and how it's new. And I compared my experiences to your experiences, which we both found out was very different, but very, very fun. So now to the next part, I guess we have like
the actual pregnancy journey.
Yeah, the actual pregnancy. So as I said, we are 7 months into ours. So at the moment, but at the beginning, let's say I'll cover off the first trimester, second trimester. So is that how we should do it?
We can do it like that. We just want to give like the dad perspective, because we hear there's a lot of info about what mum should be doing and what to expect from mum's side. But from the dad, like the emotions, it's different. You're not.
It kind of I don't want to say it gets brushed away, but it's just, it doesn't really get focused on as well.
Yeah. I mean, of course, the mother is the main character.
100%.
We're not trying to,
we ain't trying to take that from you. But listen, man, sometimes for even Destiny's Child, you have to ask how Kelly's doing. You know
Facts.
You all right over there? You good?
Because, I mean, she be, filling in some of the gaps.
She be doing her job too. Not the job, but she be doing her job.
Yeah, man.
And we got to do our job.
Facts.
So in terms of that first trimester, second trimester, I guess in terms of how I felt, and I guess how I feel now, well, it's a bit different how I feel now, but at the beginning, I guess my whole part was just trying to understand what the hell is going on.
Speak on it.
Because I had no idea what was going on. I didn't know about, let's say, all of the different things that pregnant women can and can't eat.
Oh man.
So obviously I knew about the obvious stuff. Alcohol, cigarettes. Obviously don't do any of that. But the whole like meat has to be cooked thoroughly and certain fish.
No more steaks anymore.
No more steaks. And
you got that steak money.
Oh my gosh. And we love a good steak. The fish and I think certain cheeses.
Yeah, no more like sushi,
like just having
coffee. They can't have too much coffee.
Not too much coffee, yes. There's a whole list of things.
And those kind of recommendations are like guidelines, because in other countries
they eat and drink what they want.
I know my mum.
Yeah, 100%. I'm pretty sure I've seen. That's what shocked me, because I was like, I seen some pregnant women eat some cheese. You know what I'm saying? I see the gobble on and a couple medium steaks with the baby's fine. But anyway, I think because it's my first time. I'm very excited to hear about yours as well. But my first time, you just want to stick to the book, stick to the script,
take no risks.
Yeah, because I'm better now. By the beginning, I was finding anxiety in everything. I was like, okay, make sure she did. I think I was making a
mountain out of a molehill.
Yes, but specifically, I was making smoothies.
Oh, okay.
In the morning, and for myself anyway. But then obviously, I just thought actually no, smoothies would be great for like the baby and all that stuff as well, right? And then
everything's about the baby.
Yeah, everything's about the baby. But then I was adding stuff, and I was like, actually, wait, I shouldn't. I think I wanted to put maca root powder.
Oh,
right. But then I found
maca root powder. Is that Dongle book?
Yeah, it's not. No, that's what I just want to say. Shout out to my brother-in-law, Dongle book. But I phoned him. I got it separately. No, he didn't tell me about this. I got it just on my own thingy, and I asked the guy that sold it to me, and he was like, yeah, pregnant women drink this have this all the time. I was thinking, okay, cool. And I phoned my brother-in-law Paul, Dongle Books, check him out. And then he was like, yeah, sometimes it depends. He just basically didn't give me a short answer. Yeah, and he knows his stuff. So I was like, okay. And then he mentioned like sometimes it might contain like metals or something inside it as well. And then I think I googled it as well. So then I think I looked, and then me and baby were just like, yeah, maybe we probably should.
Yeah, don't take that risk.
Don't take that risk. But
metals.
That's just an example of that. metals, brother. But that's just an example of. That's just one. But that was like, making this movie is like a morning routine. But even that has completely changed because I can't just be throwing everything in there, even when I'm cooking now. I don't even feel like I even cook as much as I did before, because I'm just a bit just like nervous. And it's like, you don't put that in there.
She's still eating the African snail though.
Yeah, that's so good. That's all good. Protein.
You gotta get that protein. I know,
protein, baby.
It's not only the French that be eating the escargots.
Yeah, exactly. So, that's I want to say, like, just to really like title, I want to say that the first trimester, just nervousness and anxiety on my half.
Was she also making you not eat the things that she can't eat?
No, we never had any of those conflicts or anything like that. It was just
Mona.
Yeah.
She was like, yeah, you can't eat this. I mean, if I'm not drinking, you're not drinking.
Fair.
If I can't eat sushi, you can't eat sushi.
Fair.
I'm like, we're pregnant, but you're pregnant.
Fair.
Let me live my life.
But do you understand? But I think that's fair. You don't think that's fair?
I don't think that's fair.
Why?
If I want a beer, let me have a beer.
Yeah.
If I want a wine, let me have a wine.
It was okay with me.
You can have what's the 0%?
Yeah, like a sparkling wine or some stuff.
Even though sometimes it says 0%, but it's like 0.005.
Is it?
Yeah. So.
Oh no.
But a little bit of alcohol here and there. I mean, I'm not an expert, but
it's so. Actually, I think I did read about like a glass of red wine.
Yeah, it's good.
Allowed, isn't it?
It's healthy.
Like that.
It's healthy for the heart. But I mean, we're not medical experts.
Yeah, we are.
Don't be
experts.
Boozing and then blaming us.
But it's just funny. Like, I think what we just said about how the guidelines and stuff about sticking to that, and you just don't really want to stray away from it. But I'm okay. It's just all about taking your time. I got a book.
Oh, you got a book?
Yeah,
one of them guys.
I bought a book because I read that sometimes, especially like when I'm on the
remember the title?
Yeah, Pregnancy for Men.
Ah,
is the name of the book. I can't remember the author, but if you just Google pregnancy for men. I'm sure it'll come up. It's like it's a blue book. But really good. Really, really good.
Oh, did that help with the anxiety and stuff?
Yes, because the book breaks it down like it talks. It's like a dad book for dummies.
Right.
Almost. But like the way that he wrote it is very like, yeah, like I understand. It's nice. It's nice.
So did you do a lot of like research? You went on YouTube, did all that?
I didn't research because research makes me more anxious.
Right.
And shouts to the dads out there that feel the same way. If you just put like a whole like plethora of information in front of me and you're like, this is what you need to know. I don't know. For me, it just makes me I look at it and I'm just like, ugh. But I just like to consume it different ways. So whether it's a podcast or whether it's even like, did you find yourself listening to like all of the songs about children, all of the rap songs that you ever heard in your life about children?
No, I didn't. What rap songs talk about children?
Will Smith has a song, Just the Two of Us.
Just the two.
Yeah, he did like his own remix of that. I went back to that. Wretch 32 is a song with him and Ed Sheeran. I can't remember the name of the song. I listened to that over and over again. Yeah, I've just been.
Was you listening to like getting bare emotional? Like?
Yeah, just in my zone.
You were different to me, boy. Yeah. I did no research. I did no song list. I was just coasting. I was like, she pregnant, and if she needs anything, let me know. Like, but
is it?
I don't know if partly, it was a busy period for us, and a lot happening with the home renovations and stuff.
Yep.
Shout out At Home with Mo.
At Home with Mo. Link here.
Renovation journeys. But yeah, my mind was occupied. Work was busy as well. And I knew, knowing myself, just like you, if I fill myself with too much information, I'm going to have a certain level of expectation. It's going to create more anxiety because like, oh, why is this not happening the way the book said? Or why is it not happening the way, YouTube said?
Yes.
And you already know, like, Google. I mean, when you have a little symptom and you type in Google, it'll always be telling you have cancer, bruv.
Google.
Why would I want to do that same process with the pregnancy? It'll be telling me, oh, your baby's probably dying. And you're like, what?
Just quickly, like, what is it about Google that, like, why did they put, like...
You think they've rigged the search engine?
I think something is in the water because I just think it's mad how you Google something and you just get bad, like, news.
I think
not bad advice, but it's just like stuff that just makes you like just panic. And
I think we exaggerate the things that we type in, as in the way we're feeling. Because when you go to a GP, and I know like a few GPs, they're like people be connecting symptoms that aren't connected. I have a migraine, but also my left toe has been hurting lately. And I've been getting this itch on my neck, and then my lower back, and then what's Google gonna spit out? You're dying. You've got multiple sclerosis. You're
no, I hear you. It probably is. Yeah, I guess we could be a bit more. But sometimes when you've had those times when you've been a bit too specific and it just links you with just something else. But anyway, it's just, I only brought that up because obviously I did a lot of Googling whenever something was just iffy or
it's natural.
If I just wanted to know, hey, I might give her this and or she might have this or whatever, than just the first two links. But anyway, I wouldn't say don't go on Google, but just take it with a pinch of salt. It's not everything. Those first, and it's usually like the first two links. That's just like some weird,
interesting,
out of the blue, stuff. But
in the first trimester though, was you guys doing that whole tracking, like the growth and all of that?
Yes. So I used I've been waiting to talk about this, and you hate on this, don't you?
He used a very, very weird app.
I present tense.
Recommend it.
Present tense, please. So I use an app which is the best app in the world. It's called What to Expect.
Okay.
And on this app, it basically just has everything. It has like your tools, so it has like if you want to like baby tracker, baby products. It's got a journal, it's got a registry builder, due date calculator, ovulation calendar. You basically you log onto it, you say when your baby's due, and it kind of tracks it for you.
Yeah, and those features are good.
Yeah, really good.
Tell them about the trash feature though.
So every day it gives you updates about according to like how much you tracked your baby.
So wait. Right now, I'm looking at the screen. Your baby is the size of
don't say it. Let's say yeah. So it tells you every day what the baby's the size of. Like it compares you. So at the moment, obviously, it says 28 weeks, 4 days, and it tells you your baby is as big as a something. Now at the beginning, they offer you the chance to change the categories of the suggestions that they can give to you for the size of your baby. So I think naturally it starts off with fruits and vegetables. So we'll say, oh, your baby,
which is the one that makes sense, guys. Yeah. If you're going to use any app, just compare it to fruits and vegetables.
So mine, so it was saying plum, orange, blah blah. And I was just opening the app every day, like calling my baby a plum.
Sick,
right? I needed something a bit more entertaining. So obviously I'm a very sporty guy, and I noticed that one of the categories
very sporty.
Yeah. Different podcast, different conversation. So I noticed that one of the categories was sports. So I thought, that's interesting. So now it tells me, it just gives me sports suggestions for what my baby is big as. So, for example, at 21 weeks, your baby's as big as a basketball. At 20 weeks, it was a small kettle.
Wait. At what week?
21 weeks.
Your baby was as big as a basketball. Do you know how big a basketball is?
Yeah, but it was a 10.5 inch one basketball. They exist.
Come on, see, that doesn't make sense. When you think about basketball, you think about the standard size.
Yeah, but
now it's giving you, it's not the standard basketball size. It's a very,
it gives you the baby basketball, the specification. And at 19 weeks, it was a cornhole bag.
Can't lie, if I saw my baby was as big as a basketball at 21 weeks, I'd be panicking. I'd be calling the midwife like, we have a problem.
Would you like to know what it's being compared to?
Tell them what it's saying right now.
Oh, because you
and show them too.
Okay.
How silly this app is. Please, guys, see this.
Yo, you hating right now, okay? Alright. So right now, the baby is as big as a bowling pin.
Really?
Strike.
Really? Bowling pin.
Bowling pin.
From a basketball to a bowling pin.
7 weeks on later.
Nah, it doesn't make sense.
So I think that's pretty cool.
I think a basketball is bigger than a bowling pin.
Depends on which way the bowling pin is facing.
It doesn't make sense.
Stop hating on my app.
Because a bowling pin is very small, that size.
Stop hating on my app. So, what app did you use? Or you used?
I mean, Mona, what did you use?
See? They didn't use the app.
The one with the fruits. I didn't use any app. It's on record. But what did you use? P.C. Shout out P.C.
P.C.
Better than whatever he's using.
They got sports.
No. It's just fruits. Keep it simple. But it has all the other stuff. The registry. Crazy. You can track your.
That's crazy. I like it because it caters to like other dads with like that just want a little bit of pizzazz with their apps. I think this gives me the pizzazz that I needed.
I don't know. It just creates more confusion for me.
I guess so. When you really break it down.
Yeah. I mean, the app said it's the size of a basketball. But now it's the size of a ping pong.
I guess when you really break it down, yes, it is a bit inaccurate. But I like it because I wake up and I'm like, oh, football. It's nice. Over to you, sir.
I mean, first trimester for us was actually very chilled. I think, Mona was very like active.
Yeah.
Like still going gym, and there's lots of wrong information about women shouldn't do anything. You just lie down and just relax and just let the baby grow. But actually, you're meant to, keep fit, keep doing the things that you were doing prior, because you need your body to be strong.
Yeah.
Like you're about to give birth to a whole human being. Like if your abdomens aren't strong, I mean, how are you gonna people who don't have strong abdomens, I don't even know how they poo, bruv. When you have one of them, when you go buffet and you have one of those big ones.
I hear you talking about
the ones when you're in the toilet and just If your abdomens aren't strong,
you can't push it.
You're just gonna have constipation.
I hear you.
Imagine now a whole human being now.
You know what? As crude as that is,
bro,
that is.
Don't they compare it to like?
That is it's true. That is real life.
Real life. So
and that's
ladies,
the gems you're gonna get on Dads in the Shed podcast.
Big gems.
You're not gonna find it elsewhere.
Nowhere else.
Buffet poos, man.
Buffet poos.
Where else?
You be blaming the MSG, but no, it's you, girl. When you had that fifth plate,
you should have had that fifth plate. You should have had that fifth plate, or you should have the abs before you have the fifth plate. That's a very, very good point.
Yeah, no, big man thing. I think when leading up to, if you do have a planned pregnancy, I think one of the key things that I think we learned from our journey is make sure you're fit. Your abs are fit, your arms are fit, your hips, do your Kegels, you know, all that stuff helps. And I think as a guy, how you can support is just being there as like a fitness partner, encouraging, doing simple things. I think one thing we did quite a lot throughout the whole journey was a lot of walks. And I kid you not, I think that kind of made the difference in terms of being able to go through the journey, and it also helps with mental health. Like, she feels like you're actually supporting
just
like
getting up and just breathing fresh air,
getting your body active, blood flowing.
Walking.
Exactly.
Nice.
So that was really good. And normally the first trimester is usually the hardest, where you have like nausea and all the crazy stuff, and your body's going through a lot of changes preparing for.
Did Mona have like morning sickness and all that stuff?
No, in the first pregnancy, nah. But in this one that we're going through, because we're still in the first trimester for the second one, and she's going through. Yeah, and it's a lot of nausea. She's very sensitive to smells. So like in the morning when I say good morning,
with your morning breath,
good morning,
is it?
She'd be looking at me like, like she wants to vomit in my face.
Damn.
Sorry.
That's crazy, man.
You know when you're trying to get the morning ones in, the morning session, it doesn't even happen anymore.
Bruh, the morning session's gone.
Anymore. Nah. Good morning.
No one's.
All libido is finished.
Get out.
So that's
I hear it.
That's what you got to chop at,
That is real life. Real life. I love that story.
So yeah, man. But I think the first time around, it was a lot smoother. She was a lot more active. She wasn't dwelling on the pregnancy too much. I think we kept busy. We kept routine as much as possible. Yeah. Taking, supplements, just being active, and it just flew by. This time around, we're still staying active. But I think every pregnancy is different. Sometimes you'll know when you're overdoing it. Yeah. So you just need to slow down.
Yeah. So, I want to piggyback off that. Actually, I didn't actually speak to how Beverly felt during the first trimester, which it was really quite simple, quite easy, which is quite tough. Not tough, but it's like, I don't know. It's weird. It's like you're expecting something to happen, but then nothing happens. So you're like, it's kind of calm. But she pretty much dealt with first trimester like really, 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 really well. She had like headaches. I think that's probably like the biggest thing from it that like was actually like, I want to complain about this, like I want this to stop. But everything else was just like quite simple, quite easy to go through. I can tell you this one story actually.
Go on, shoot.
I'll tell you this one story. But this links to the whole anxiety thing. I hated this. I hated this. So my brother came to stay with us for a couple of days, and how can I tell this without embarrassing him too much?
Lace him up, man.
Yeah, he's gonna have to hold that still. So he came and stayed with us for a couple of days. He went out in the night, as he does. He's like way older than me, so like anyway. He went out in the night, whatever, came back late. We were up anyway, and he came back like late. I want to say like maybe like past midnight for sure. And I just heard him. You just hear people in the house. You hear them go to sleep. You continue about your night. So we're about, at this point, Beverly's gone. She slept. I've kind of dozed off. I'm like halfway. Like I don't even know where I am, but I'm asleep, but I'm not asleep. And I'm like, something just wakes me up, right?
A smell wakes you up.
A smell wakes me up, right? And it was the smell of smoke.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was burning?
No. Okay. Like fire. Bro. So it wakes me up, and then like I'm up. I'm like, yo, what is that? Da-da-da-da. And then and I knew, at this point I knew it was smoke. It was like a fire smoke, right? And I opened the door, and like at this point the house is like cloudy.
No.
Yeah, the house is cloudy. So I'm jetting downstairs. I go to his room. I'm like, bro, what's going on? And then he like kind of like wakes up. He's like, but I can see how I walk into his room, and he's like, his clothes are still on, like that type of thing. So I can tell he's just falling asleep.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, bro, what's that? And he's just looking at me. I go downstairs to the kitchen. whole place is like smoked
No
out. Smoked
way.
out. The oven is, anyway, long story short, he basically left something in the oven that he just that were cooking, and he went to sleep. So at this point, I'm like, I can't even remember how all the thoughts was running through my head.
That could have been catastrophic,
bro. So I walk in there. Anyway, we handled the situation. We handled the situation anyway. Basically, everything was fine. So I didn't want to like build this up to something happen. Nothing happens. Everything is fine.
Yeah.
Right. But in terms of how I felt, again, it's just one of the things where it's just like at that point in time, I was just happy that everything was fine. We saw it.
Yeah.
But then it wasn't just that. It was like part one was everyone is fine. We sorted out what needed to be sorted out. But then part two was like, Beverly can't breathe properly, like because like there's smoke, like she can't breathe this in. That was part two. So it was like, it was just a weird thing of emotions, because it was like at one point once we handled it, I was like, whew, cool, everything's good. But then it was just like, wait, like
I have a pregnant
wife, which is something that is just constantly going through your head, especially as like the man of the house. You're just like constantly thinking about that stuff. So when that was happening, I was like, oh, and Beverly was just like, and we tried to like, obviously opened out everything in the house, and we aired out the house as much as we could, but like she was still like, I can't like, can we just like go for a drive or something like that?
Yeah.
So I was just like, do you know what, we can't even like, I didn't want to risk it.
Yeah.
We texted, we didn't have our midwife's number. Did you get your midwife's number at the first trimester? Did she give you her number or no?
I think we did. Mona? Yeah, we did.
So we had the student midwife number.
You got given a student midwife number?
Because how we're doing it is we are speaking with obviously we have a midwife, but we have a student midwife who's always with her.
Oh yeah, we
just taking notes, and obviously kind of you can see that they're kind of just training her. So she's kind of having the easy stuff to talk about. She's telling us like, hey, you can book your appointment on this day, like that type of stuff. But she's not obviously telling us the whole medical. That's obviously the midwife to do. Don't want to do that to but even at that point, like, because we don't have the midwife's number, we have the student midwife. So we just like, obviously we can't text her for medical advice. So it was an awkward one. But I was just like, hey man, just text and ask her if everything's okay. Just she must know something. Like she got to know something, right?
I mean, she graduated, so
come on. She can know something. So then I was like, yo, just tell her like, do you think everything's okay? Like, just like, don't be like we're not asking for like recommended advice, but just be like, in this situation, I haven't breathed it in like, but there is like smoke in the house and it's interfering to this. Everything okay? That type of stuff. And then everything was fine, but anxiety was through the roof. And I think looking at it hindsight, I think we handled it fine. I kept calm. I wasn't like panicking in front of her like, oh, you're the baby. It's gonna do. But that would be my advice, is that like stuff is gonna happen. Like ish is gonna happen. Like what happened that night is just a classic case of ish happens. And it's just about keeping calm, following the right procedures, which I feel like at that moment in time we did. Like I got Beverly out of the house, so at least she's comfortable, even if it is like harmless or whatever. She wasn't comfortable anyway, so it was just about getting her out of the house. We drove around, when that was all good, we felt back to come back to the house. House was kind of clear, and everything was fine. But it was just about keeping calm at that moments. And dad's out there, mum's out there. There's gonna be thousands of those moments when you have a child in the way, especially in that first trimester where everything's just kind of shaky, everything's new, especially first time parents.
Lots of risks.
But find the stillness and the patience, because we all have it within you, and if you have another half that you got, obviously you have a partner that you're hopefully doing this with, just lean on each other and just keep calm, because
and I would say that
helps a lot.
A major key role for that the guys are meant to play and should play. Yes. Like, because the women, because they're obviously going through it, they have loads of hormones. There's not always a ability or opportunity to think clearly and logically through whatever situations they go through. You're fortunate enough not to be the one carrying. So you don't have the, loads of, hormones going through you. So your role is to keep calm, even if it's a mad situation. The best thing you can do is just keep your face calm, keep her calm, and then just take logical steps. Do you need to go to the hospital? Do you need to do this? All right. It's going to be okay. That's just XYZ. And that's a trending theme throughout all the trimesters, all the way up to the birth.
Amen. Well said.
So, yeah.
Well said. I quickly wanted to touch on actually something that I'm doing for myself. I call it DDG.
Here we go.
Daddy Day gains.
I think we may need some tops on this.
Yes. So I figured once I found out that we was having a child, I decided to take it upon myself to reinvent the term dad bod, who I'm sure we all are familiar with this term.
Some of us are living it.
You gotta just jump down on me like that. So that's funny. But I wanted to reinvent that and just say to the dad bod should be bods that cater to the physical challenges of raising a child. How being a dad. Yeah. So Daddy Day gains, I'm doing certain workouts a bit more to prepare me for when my child comes.
That's good.
Would you like to know one of the stuff I'm focusing on more?
Please enlighten me.
Okay, let's go with chest day.
Okay.
I'm trying to get the chest to be big pumper because why? That's where the baby will be laying mostly when I'm obviously comforting my child. And if I can do my chest.
So it's not for vanity anymore.
No, this is completely for the child. Right. And when I pump my chest and stuff, they'll have fun.
They'll just be.
And hopefully
you don't want to give them whiplash though.
Yeah, trust me. But if I do it, they might get whiplash. They might do. So I'm doing that. Obviously, leg day, that is just a given, running around all the time, fam. If you got weak legs and you're trying to chase your child,
it's gonna be long.
Your child there.
You're gonna need to do lots of walks.
Have to do lots of walks as well. And obviously just actually like holding a child. Obviously,
that one is a big one, you know. Don't underestimate that holding.
Dads, I'm generally, honestly, we've said a few jokes, but like,
big man thing.
If you got children on the way, get fit.
Or facts.
Like, I'm not even like
facts. Your upper body needs to be
like, you need to do work because
you think it's 3 kg, you're just holding back. Holding 3 kg
after 20 minutes,
or when you're completely half asleep,
bruh.
You're just there.
Nah, talk about it.
If you're not fit, your arms will fall off.
I had the pleasure of babysitting his daughter Ezzy for the first time a few months ago, and it was a great experience. And I thank you for letting us do that.
You're welcome.
Because it showed us a lot, taught us a lot. And one of the struggles was rocking baby Ezzy to sleep.
Okay.
Now,
speak on it.
Why I'm linking this to the gym thing, well, that might have been what Loki inspired me.
Oh, that's great, man.
Holding Ezzy, trying to rock her to sleep. You're standing, fam.
And my baby's compact.
And his baby's compact. We thank God.
She is heavy.
But oh my gosh, bro. Knowing that every movement literally determines whether she sleeps or doesn't.
And if you don't do it right, you're going to be there for her.
Right. So once you imagine rocking her to sleep, rocking a baby to sleep, she's asleep, but your arms are tired. But you can't. If you move
your arms, your lats,
your legs are finished. But if you move one, because it's not like she's falling. She's not in the deep sleep yet. It's that part where she's all right. My eyes are closed, but if you
don't move
this position I'm in now, and it's on. You get it. So get fit.
No big man thing.
It's not even a joke, honestly, because I was literally like, I think at one point my arms start like, you know when your biceps start shaking a little bit,
and then when you finally drop her, you can't even extend it.
The
muscles are
brother. So DDG, Daddy Day gains. I am putting in as much effort as I can to at least have
that's a good shout, man.
Good strength, good cardio, so I can so I can be. They say that kids keep you young. I guess this is what they mean.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to be huffing and puffing when my child is here, or saying my back hurts. Like, I don't want to be doing that. So that's the work I'm putting in.
Yeah, that's a good one, man. Second trimester, which is meant to, in theory, be, I would say, the calmest trimester because my body's still going through changes, but I don't think it's as aggressive as the first and last trimester. So normally it's a bit more calm for most women. I can generalize.
You started how it's been for you.
And I think that was calm. Like just business as usual. Obviously the baby, like the belly's obviously getting bigger. So it becomes more real. Because I think for the first trimester, because her belly's not big, it's like you can sometimes forget that she's pregnant, if you can forget. But with this, when you go to the second and third trimester, it's kind of like, okay, it's obvious. And also you have your first scan at the end of your first trimester, and then you hear the heartbeat and all that, and it becomes very, very real. Yeah. But I think the second trimester was great. I think that's the trimester where it's important to cultivate a good level of intimacy with your other half, like physical touch, also like making her feel beautiful.
A lot of sex, basically, is what you said.
Well, my midwife just go out like rabbits. Like
that's what your midwife said.
She was
See,
like,
I can't lie,
because I was like, because obviously I was having a go in it.
Yeah.
So the concept of just my baby girl's in there. I can't.
You couldn't.
I couldn't. It was a turn off.
Yeah, I hear you.
But she actually said that more intimacy, obviously physical intimacy, actually helps the birth.
Yes. Well, I thought that was later on though.
Nah, throughout. Because think about it, it's also relieves stress.
Let me interrupt you respectfully at this point, because I've got a great question. Did when you was leading up to, did it change how your attraction, not attraction, but like, did it change your sex drive, for example?
Towards my wife?
Yes. Not attraction, sex drive. Like, was you like, nah, I'm not really on it. Yeah, I'm kind of on it. Nah, I'm not really on it.
I would say before I understood that you're meant to do it, it was kind of like,
which is not, of course, you got a baby
kind
in there.
Of decreased it.
Yeah, for sure.
And I was just like, I have a baby girl in there, and it's like, I'm not even trying to do that. I'm not trying to put her at risk and whatnot, because
Bro, man said if you go inside, it's gonna do damage. Is that how you think of yourself or something?
Bro,
that's good.
I don't want to talk too much about my sessions.
Sorry.
But we'll keep that kosher. But keep that kosher. Just like they say that they can't go on roller coasters and that. Like
them ones.
Same parallels.
I hear you.
Same parallels.
I hear you, brother.
But
I hear you, brother.
But I think actually it made me more attracted to my wife. Just the fact that she's carrying like our child. Like and God is such an amazing creator. Like I think the woman's hair and their skin, they just glow. They
flourish. 100%.
It's a beautiful thing. So it's just the idea of like, wow, like that child is a physical representation of your love. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. So I think I was more emotionally and definitely like physically attracted to my wife more. It's just the intimacy part I needed educating on that. Like, it's okay, you're not gonna hurt the baby. You're more resilient.
You just needed that confirmation.
Once I got that confirmation, what the Vibe Car sell say? Take them to the romping shop.
Oh, we thank God. Won't he do it? I'm with you though. I'm pretty much on the same wavelength. Like how I felt. Again, you just feel like there is a bit of weirdness at the beginning when you're like, oh snap, like there's a baby in there, but like, it didn't really change much for me, to be honest. If anything, it probably just enhanced, because you're like you said, it's just like you're looking and you're like, fam, like it's just still beautiful.
You're currently in the second trimester. Third, okay. How was the second?
Again, I don't want to count whatever the phrase is, but thank God. But it's actually like it's calm. Like it's actually calm. I want to say second trimester might have been better than the first. Yeah. Because like I said about the headaches, like she didn't really get those in second trimester. And it's like just a lot of positives like in second trimester. I want to say more positive than the first trimester, because second is where the bump obviously got bigger. I've noticed her skin is just glowing. It's been I can't lie. It's been a good one. The second trimester was a good one. All glory to God, because could have been, obviously you hear of so many situations where it's not as smooth, but
did the second trimester make you more connected to the pregnancy journey?
Can we talk about this actually? We're gonna have to in the first trimester,
Yeah.
subconsciously, but this is only because I realized in hindsight, I didn't want to get too attached.
Oh, wow.
Because I don't know, I guess there's just like
it.
a worry in your head of just like, oh, I don't want to do it, and then something, God forbid, happens.
Yeah.
So there was a part of me that was, I wasn't actively saying, oh no, I don't want to feel that. But there, in hindsight, when I look back on it, of how I was with the baby bump in second and third compared to first, I'm definitely way more handsy. I'm definitely way more like, just like, talking and all that stuff. But first trimester, I did hold back a little bit. Now that I look back on myself,
same.
I'm like, I know why. It's because there's just that weirdness in your head, just the human brain.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Sometimes we hear something and then we just think of the worst. You know what I'm saying. We hop on a plane and we always think, what if it crashes?
Yeah.
Even though we've been on a million flights and nothing ever happened.
And you see
we're still going to say to ourselves, the human brain, we still jump on that flight and think, this could crash. I don't know, but it's just human brain. It's just how we go. It's just how it goes.
True.
So, yeah.
And we see so many depictions of what happens when you get connected in the first trimester.
Yeah.
You lose it and it can literally break a couple apart.
Yeah, exactly. So, I think now that I look back on it, which is important, just in case I have any other first-time dads or first-time mums feel that way, where, that could be the reason or whatever, because I think that would definitely how I can sum up how I felt in first compared to second, where I'm just like, no.
Would you have done anything differently?
I mean, in comparison, in first trimester to second,
To maybe feel more connected. Or
I guess I could have been more like present, I want to say, but it's just like, again, it's just like a whole world of emotions going through you that kind of, and now that I look back on it now, I can see like some emotions distracted me more than it motivated me.
Yeah.
But it's just a whole lot. I think I could have just lived in it a bit more.
Yeah,
I agree. I want to say that. I think but it's just human stuff. But it's, you're never gonna be the perfect, dad to be or dad or whatever when you first get it right. Even when the baby comes, I already know it's gonna be what. I know I'm not prepared for what's to come. As much as I sound, as much as I'm gonna talk on this podcast about it, as much as I hear your stories about it, like I know ultimately, like when this baby comes, I'm gonna go at more points than
facts.
More points than whatever life. But it's just about just acknowledging that and just living through it, man. So
no, I think for sure I resonate with that. And I think just to say to guys out there, it's okay if you don't feel as connected, because obviously you're not physically carrying the child.
There's that too.
There's a lot of like guilt that comes from you feeling like either you can do more. Sometimes it's just she just needs to go through it and you just need to support. You're not carrying the child, so it's okay to have those emotions. Don't live in it too much. You can do practical things like support her, ask her how her day's going, how it's going for her, and just kind of be more present in that. Wherever she's kind of like reading and researching, take a genuine interest. I think I didn't do enough of that. For me, it was just kind of like, okay, when you need me, shout me, because it's like I'm not physically in that. So, and I'm like, I'll support you with what you need, but sometimes you kind of have to do it intuitively, as opposed to reactive. So I think that's a better way of approaching it. So I would say that's probably what I would have done differently, and I need to actively, consciously do more in this second time round.
You got another chance.
I do.
We thank God.
So but third trimester. How's it going so far?
Okay, I thought again, so far so good. So during, actually I didn't mention this, during the second trimester we went to Philippines.
Oh, nice.
We were blessed enough to go on holiday during that time, which was so
to the motherland.
I just really wanted us to, I needed her to go away. We needed that trip so much, because we hadn't really been anywhere for a while where it was just literally just a holiday, like just do nothing. So it was good to do that, and I think that was a big turning point in heading into third trimester in terms of just how she felt mentally and physically. Like the bump, like literally like grew crazy whilst we were out there. We ate so well out there. Obviously, you got the beautiful sun, you got the beaches and all that stuff. So everything,
no artificial food.
Yeah, none of that. All of that, like, put into one bottle, like, was just like amazing. So now I do feel like it's led to a really good start to our third trimester, and how things are going. And yeah, I think I'm gonna do. Because we're still fresh into third trimester, it's hard for me to answer it yet. But again, as we go on, we're gonna keep giving more updates. But I think what I will say is that this is the trimester, obviously, because this is the, it's a crucial one.
It's go time.
It's go time. So this is the one where I'm just getting things together. I'm kind of mentally preparing, more reading, more just as much as I possibly can do. This is like the one where you're just like, this is like fourth quarter. This is like, you know what I'm saying? This is like 60th, 70th minute of a football game where you're just like, cool. Like, let's time to lock in now. So that's it, man. I think that's the stage I'm at now. And yeah, whatever she needs, of course.
I'm
that's
just nice, man.
Preparing to give to her.
I think that holiday is an example of things you can do to like relieve stress. Because when you're both less stressed,
it
helps. Makes the journey, and your body reacts. Like, stress actually induces a lot of bad things, just scientifically. So I think if you can afford to go on holiday, even a staycation.
Yeah, I was gonna say, even because we almost missed the flight. I won't go into that too much, but
whose fault was it?
Yeah, don't talk about. But I was already saying that if we don't end up going, like, we're going somewhere, like, even if it's like, I don't know, Wales or some stuff like that. We're gonna go somewhere because it's just important, man. At that point, you know how we spoke about in episode 1 about how everything you do is like, now I got to think about the baby and all that stuff. Like, that was what I was thinking. Like, cool, where can I take her that it will be good for her and good for the baby and just genuine, just wellness.
Yeah. No, I hear that.
You feel me?
I think for my third trimester, the one thing I remember, outside obviously the birth, is my thumbs hurting a lot.
Why?
Because all I was doing was massaging back.
Is it?
Massaging feet. Massaging shoulders.
Is it?
It was a lot, man.
How much was you doing that?
It was a lot.
In third trimester?
In third trimester. Because obviously that's when they go through a huge amount of changes to prepare. And and obviously the extra weight is placed on like the back and the feet and whatnot. So yeah, that's one thing you're going to need to prepare for. Make sure... For daddy day gains,
can't lie. I missed that.
What did they call that thing in the gym? That thing. Yeah. You need to do better that, because
is it? Can't lie. I missed that one for the DTG workout. I'm gonna have to add that one to the list.
Have to add that one ASAP.
That's a good one.
ASAP. So yeah, but it kind of made a difference. But third trimester was, again, in my previous one, I should have done a lot more research about what to expect in the birth. And educated. I think it got to a point where maybe my anxiety played out in a way that I was actively avoiding information.
Yes.
As opposed to embracing it. Because when it gets close to the time, actually having some information is good. Knowing what an epidural is good. What the different birth plans are. Knowing her birth plan is the most important thing you can do, guys. Know her birth plan. And make sure you're clued up on it, because when you're in the zone and when the birth is actually happening, you're gonna need to be the one to enforce it, because your nurses and doctors are gonna try kind of go off course, and if you don't tame it, you're gonna end up having a birth journey that is not what you wanted. Obviously, within reason, they'll give you medical reasons for that, but there's sometimes there's some things where you can just be like, okay, can we just have a beat? Let's try this out before we, jump to epidural or jump to inducing her for birth and whatnot. Obviously, do it within reason and let them advise you. But you as the guy, it's important for you to be clued up on what things you can kind of like hold off on and control, and the things that you just need to be like, you know what, we're going to prioritize the baby. It may not be according to plan, but this is the best thing for the greater outcome. That's good. I think if I did more research, then you'd be more confident in kind of your responses, etc. So I didn't do enough research the last time round. But one thing I definitely was good at is keeping her active down to the point when she actually gave birth. But yeah, as I said, my thumbs were finished.
Damn, big up the was about to say pick up the thumbs. But I hear you. I'm gonna take that's good. I'm actually happy you said that because I'm gonna take that into I didn't actually think about that stuff.
Read. Birth plan.
When you was doing the massages, did she say that's not good? Will all the massages bang or no?
She would be like, it's not enough pressure.
Yeah, them ones.
I'm like, that's all my thumb can do. And dare I say I'm tired.
Yeah. Oh God. I wish
only
you
did it for 2 minutes. These times I've been there for like 15 or something. I'm like, maybe we should go and buy your machine. But the machine is not as good as your thumbs. I'm like,
damn.
But I did. Oh yeah, you can't go to normal spas, guys. That's something you need to know. Like, you can't just go to any masseuse. They have to be qualified to massage a pregnant woman. Obviously, liability reasons, and if they press on certain points, it could impact the baby. So there's actually specialists you can go to that do pregnancy massages.
Facts.
So definitely this time around, a lot more of those. Save up your coins for them. They're not too expensive, but it's more expensive than your standard ones. So relax. But that's something I'll say. Invest in, like, she needs that time to just relax and then give your thumbs a rest too.
Hear that? Well said. So in the next episode, we're going to talk about our birth stories, but as a lead up to that, so you're gonna want to tune in for that one because we're gonna break that down a lot. But before we get to that episode, I want to run off this one about how you prepared for the birth in terms of like just being childish and just thinking that I can't be in the room and all that stuff.
Oh, mate.
From that perspective.
Yeah. I mean, I knew I wanted to be in the room. So I didn't, but it was the thing I was struggling with was whether I was going to look or not.
Did you watch videos?
I was forced to watch videos.
I like that. I like the fact that I asked you, did you watch it? And you answered I was forced to watch it.
I was forced to watch it. I didn't want to watch it.
Big up the mums out there.
Forced to go on YouTube and type birthing journey and show me from this angle.
Whatever.
My wife wasn't convinced I was prepped enough because obviously she felt that I was, So we watched a birth and I was like, oh, so that's how it's going to happen. So it was kind of helpful because I was like, okay, this is how it's going to, because when it's your first time, you don't know how it's going to come out.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of kids assume that, the baby comes out the a-hole, but it's not the a-hole.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things, but and it was TENS machine. So we had the TENS machine is like
explain that.
It's like electrical, ways of like alleviating pain. So it's like these patches that send off like these electrical stimulations. So it's a way that is non-invasive and it's non-pharmaceutical. It doesn't involve drugs to kind of alleviate the pain. Right. And that's something we used. But it's not a simple machine. It's not a one button on, one button off. You have to program it. And the one thing I did not do is learn how to program it. Right. So I'll tell you more about what actually happened when it was go time. Yes. But research about those, because once you know about all these different interventions, then you guys can discuss and you know what to do when it's actually go time. And you also need to know what's gonna go inside the go bag, because if she needs certain things and you don't know where it is, you'll just delay it and you're just gonna annoy her. So that's simple things you can do.
I like that. Thank you for that. I love it because you're giving tips to the audience, but because I'm the dad to be, I'm taking it too. Yeah. Respect that. I'm not really doing much to prepare for our birth in terms of that scene. When I say the birth for birth, I'm talking about the scene, not the actual like birth for birth. But I've seen videos, but when I was younger, I saw videos just out of curiosity. And I kind of have a ballpark vision in my head, of what I can expect to see, because I've seen it, but I haven't watched it for a long time.
Are you gonna look?
Of course am I gonna look? You
must look. Every guy must look. You will have a different level of respect.
Listen,
women.
I can't see myself being up there and not like
you have to look. Like,
of course I'm gonna pee. I'm definitely gonna.
It's an unbelievable seeing a human being come out of another human being. Really, it just gives a new meaning to life. And if you don't believe in God after that, I don't know, man.
Word.
It's mind blowing. But we'll talk about it obviously in the birth stories.
Yeah, for next episode. Right.
Should we do a dilemma?
Let's move on to dilemmas. And of course, if you ever want to get involved and send your dilemmas in, whether it's yours or a family members or friends kind of dilemma related to pregnancy or having a child or whatever it is, anything maternal, paternal, please send it through.
Yep. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Yes. Right. Hit me. For effect.
Right. So the dilemma is it's an interesting one actually. So I'm guessing this is coming from a female.
Yeah.
It's basically saying that my boyfriend doesn't want to be in the birthing room and he wants to send his mother instead. What do I do?
So that links with what we were just talking about.
He's an op man. Why is he running away from it?
Wait, did
I ever consider...
Where was your mum?
At home, bruv.
Oh. She wasn't in the hospital?
Nah.
Is it? Before we get to that, because I think it's linked. Why? Why was she at home? Did she want to come to the hospital?
I don't think we had that conversation.
Okay. Oh, fair. I can't lie. I think my mom's going to be around.
I think... Plus, we were in there at late night.
Oh, true.
And she came, obviously... I mean, she was keeping track and she came kind of like later.
Yeah.
Obviously, she was just keeping tabs on it. But I was saying there's no need to...
Would you have subbed her in if she was there though?
Nah.
Never.
I have to, like... The baby's there because of
you had to be there. That's how it's a pride thing. It's a pride thing.
Yeah, you have to kind of... I think, it's... I mean, in this dilemma, like...
Yeah.
Why doesn't he want to be in there? Like... well, if he's not going to be helpful and he's going to be like squeamish and making the situation work, because you actually need to keep that room peaceful. Yeah. And be able to... Your doula, like you keep the breathing.
Yeah.
If you are completely incapable of doing that, then it's actually better you're not there.
I 100% agree with that. I think the no-brainer thing to say is, now you have to be there to do that. But I think being real and being grown up, I actually think is a good point. If obviously, I'm not saying that you should go and force yourself to be a nuisance.
Some people be using this as an excuse,
don't be a
Justin
nuisance.
and Nicholas say, if I can't be the doula, I must. So
don't be a nuisance just to get kicked up the pregnancy room. Don't do that. But if you genuinely feel like you can't, like, there's nothing you could bring, or you're gonna probably like pass out or even throw up, then 100%.
But I would also add a caveat to that. Some people's mothers-in-laws are triggers for other people's wives. So if you're just the sight of your mother-in-law is going to make the birth situation bad, it's better you are there vomiting than your mother-in-law.
Your mother-in-law being there. Listen, brother. Well, this is from somebody else, but listen, just force your man. Force your man to be in there, man. Just
be a man.
And be a man, man. Be a man.
What's up with these boys, man?
And as my mother, you won't die if you're in there. Okay, you'll be fine.
It's just a little bit of blood.
Yeah. Well,
sometimes a little bit of poo.
Yeah. Well, not by your death. Well, we'll get to the birth story thingy, but you said there's a lot of blood, brother. There's a lot of blood.
Yeah, there's blood. But
I'm okay with blood though.
I think it's also a lack of education. Like, you just need to give him the resources, force him to, do classes that will prepare him to be like a doula and support you, and also open lines of communication and motivate him. Like, let him know you can do it. Don't create more anxiety for him. Like, actually get to the root of the problem and see if it, something you can work out. If true. Not, then you have to be open to maybe not his mom. Tell him his mom is not an option.
Yeah, her mom.
Her mom. Yeah, sorry. Her mom is not an option. If it needs to be your mom, if obviously you're on good terms with your mom and obviously your mom is present, then that's probably a better situation. If not, let it be a friend or someone. Just, it needs to be someone you're comfortable with and you trust, because that person is going to play a vital role in your baby being able to actually come into this world. Like, decisions are going to be made vicariously through this person. So he has to understand the gravity of who he's subbing in.
Yeah. 100. Well said.
So
I hope that answered that dilemma. Send more in, guys.
Yeah, please.
And we'll be happy
very
to give you happy to give you our real opinion as it is. Should we move on to our next segment?
Yeah.
Dad jokes.
I think I clocked a W from the last one. Though.
Oh yeah, we did decide. How did we decide this?
I don't know, man. I think you laughed harder at my last one. Even though I dropped 2.
But didn't we say there's going to be forfeits though?
I don't know. We can introduce forfeits. You're just going to be doing them every week.
Right. Maybe not this episode. Next episode, we're going to introduce forfeits for who loses. And it'll be like dad forfeit. So like he's going to have to change nappies for a week.
Yeah. Cool. I went first last.
I got you, man. I got you.
I went first last week. So launch your dad jokes.
Okay, hold on. Right, dad jokes. Are you ready for mine?
Yeah. Go for it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Are we ready, crowd? Ready, crowd? Woohoo!
Go on, shoot.
Hold on, let me do that. Take that off. When's the best time to call your dentist?
When?
2:30.
Yeah, I don't know.
I had laughter in the back. Thanks, Ezzy.
I don't know about that one.
Over to you. They decide, by the way.
2:30?
2:30. Best time to go. That's a good one. Over to you, man.
I don't know if any of these, bang.
Yeah, nice. What happened to that one you had in the top?
Okay, cool.
What happened to that one?
The one that I have in the top.
Yeah, let me have that one.
So there's 2 cannibals eating a clown.
Eating a clown?
Yeah.
Right.
One turns to the other and says, "Does this taste funny to you?"
Brother. That is stinky. That is stinky.
Does it taste funny to you?
That is so... Oh.
Yeah.
Does it taste funny to you? That was so bad. I don't know when we want to decide.
I don't know, man. Audience, let me know, because I think mine kind of just edged it a little bit. 2:30, really?
Yeah, that's quite genius, actually.
Yeah, but it's not yours.
No, I can't confirm nor deny.
Anyways, thank you for joining us on episode 2
Dads in the Shed podcast. It's been great.
Yeah,
we'll see you again for the next episode.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and send your dilemmas in.
Yes, sir. And here we have it. Dads in the Shed podcast. Me, Nicholas K.
And me, Justin B.
Yes, sir. The dad to be and the dad indeed. We'll see you soon. Peace.